Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my first for the first time, my name is Rita. Here I talk about life in the UK. I share information on relocation, and if you want to come to the UK, I share information that can help you do that. If you've recently relocated to the UK, I share tips on how you can settle in, how you can get jobs, what to do, what not to do, what to expect, what not to expect. I just want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your love, for your support. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, comment, share, like, and be part of my YouTube family. In today's video, I'll be sharing reasons why I feel most of the healthcare assistants, people that work as carer in the UK struggle. I'm sure you must have seen so many videos on YouTube telling people not to come to the UK as carer, not to apply for visa sponsorship jobs to work as a carer. And some of the people make this job look like it's a bad job. They paint it so much that it looks like a horrible job that they kind of discourage people not to do this job or not to come as a carer, as all that. Probably they might have their own reason. From my experience working as a carer in the UK, I've done the job. I've worked as an healthcare assistant. I've worked in a nursing home. I've worked in mental homes. In this video, I just want to probably share some of the reasons I feel some of them struggle to, make it in the UK or struggle to get through with this job. And by the end of this video, you'll probably decide if you want to come as a carer, if you don't want to. So stick with me, guys. Number one reason I feel most healthcare assistants struggle is lack of passion for the job. Is one of the qualification of healthcare assistants is you have to be passionate, because the truth be told, this job is not an easy job. You have to care for people with sickness, you have to care for vulnerable people, care for children with disorder. If you're working in a nursing home, you have to care for the elderly, old people, care for people generally. You just can't stand to see people in a uncomfortable situation, with suffering. So you just have to see how you can help them to live a fulfilling life, because you're going to work with children with autism, you're going to work with people with mental disorder. So many things is involved when you work as an healthcare assistant. So you just need to be compassionate. Need to be passionate to have a drive to care for people. If you don't have empathy, you're going to struggle, because you're going to be in it just for the money. About it, no matter what job you do, if you're not passionate about it, you're going to struggle. If you work in a bank, if you're not passionate, you will struggle. If you work as a doctor, if you work as a nurse, anything you do in life, don't enjoy it, if you don't feel fulfilled to do this job, you're going to struggle, because at the end of the day, it's just going to be about the money, and at some point you'll get tired. So I just feel like a lot of healthcare assistants don't have passion in this job just for the money. So that's why most of them get to struggle. Number two reason I feel most of them struggle is lack of pay. Another qualification of a carer or healthcare assistant is you have to be patient. Truth be told, you're going to deal with vulnerable people who can't do things on their own, eat on their own, people who can't bathe on their own, people who are bedridden, older people. All these things you have to do for them, and it takes time for you to get them to do all these things. Even asking someone to wake up from the bed, they take time. They have to do things their own convenience. You just don't force them. You have to be patient when you're dealing with them. If you're feeding them, you know it's gonna take time for you to feed them. If you're bathing them, you know it's gonna take time for you to finish, to dress them, and to take them out. So it takes patience to deal with these people. It takes patience to work with them. So if you're not patient enough to deal with these people, you will be frustrated, you will be tired, you will be irritated, because you just don't have, even when you're working with ordinary people who are okay, people who are not sick, or people who are not vulnerable, you still need patience to work with so many people, because a lot of people are not like you. So people differs. A lot of people can get things done quick, don't get things done quick. So you just have to be patient. If you don't have patience for this job, don't bother applying for it, because the truth is, at some point you'll be frustrated. At some point you won't want to do this job. Don't bother applying for this job, because it's gonna help you. If not, you'll be frustrated, and frustration can lead you to making a wrong decision when you're dealing with them. At the end of the day, you end up in trouble. So to avoid getting into trouble, because a lot of people in the UK get into trouble because They just feel like they want to treat these people like ordinary people, but at the end of the day, you are not doing them a favor. You are being paid to do this job. So if you know you can't deal with these people, you don't have patience to deal with them, don't bother applying for this job. Number three reason is expectation versus reality. A lot of them don't know what they sign up for. You are just probably you just looking for a way to come to the UK, and you go to Instagram or YouTube and you see there people are posting job sponsorship. This company is sponsoring this company is doing this, and you just feel like, oh, let me apply for this job and then just find my way to out of wherever I am to come to the UK to work as a healthcare assistant. You don't know what you're signing up for. You've not taken time to research, know the quality, know what it entails to be a carer. You're just looking for ways, just leave the country. And when you come into the country to resume as an healthcare assistant, the reality is not what you expected. Probably you expected that it's going to be an easier job. It's going to be a job that you just go sit down, you don't do anything. This job needs you to be on your feet. Sometimes you get to be beaten, you slapped, you dragged, you get to be abused physically, verbally. Sometimes they call you funny names. So this is not what you expected. So it kind of take a toll on your mental health. This job entails you taking care of people, personal care, bathing people, changing diapers, cleaning someone's butt, protecting all this. So sometimes it leads to frustration. You were just thinking it's going to be an easy job for you to just come to the UK, just sit down and look after people. But sometimes this job is more than that. This job involves so many things. So when you come here, it doesn't meet what you were expecting and you are frustrated. So if you know that you can't stomach changes, challenges, don't apply for this job, because this job is not as easy as some people paint it to be. So you need to be strong, you need to be able to step up to face challenges. And so this is why I feel a lot of people, this job didn't meet their expectations, so they tend to struggle while doing this job. Number four reason why carers or healthcare assistants struggle in the UK is lack of backup plan. A lot of people coming through into the UK with this visa sponsorship jobs, most of them don't have a backup plan. Are you planning to do this job for a longer time, or planning to do it just for a while, get other things to do, not switch to nothing courses, taking other courses online to help you up your game, to probably look for another better job? A lot of people come in and they feel comfortable because they are making a little money to pay bills, to just be comfortable. They get comfy and don't have a backup plan. So you get to see them doing the same K job for 3 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, no other thing. They feel like they are stuck, they feel like this is the only option they have, whereas there are so many other options if you actually had a backup plan. This is a job they are not even happy to do in the first place. So when they get stuck, they don't do other things, they get frustrated and say, oh, this K job is not a good job. Here are the one discouraging other people that could have come through this job as a transition job to get other good opportunities. Because the truth is, I've seen people do this K job and they switch to other things, they switch to nursing, they switch to do some certification that up their game. So if you don't have an end plan or a backup plan, you're going to struggle. Number five reason I feel most of them struggle is they feel this job is beneath them. They feel like they are above this job. So because probably for instance, you were in Nigeria, you were a banker, you were a nurse, you were up there, you were a director, and you just come to the UK thinking that this job is going to be a job that is easy for you to do. When they come to work, nurses bossing them, they feel like they complain that, oh, this person is ordering me around. They find it difficult to submit to a younger person. They are used to people calling them sir, people respecting them, people doing things for them. So when they come here and they feel like they have to do some other things for people, being asked to do things by the nurse, because definitely if you're working as a carer, you're going to work under somebody that young people, some of them are women, so men that find it hard to take command from women, find it hard to probably get used to it. And So they feel like, oh, this job where I was doing well, I was this, I was that. They feel like this job is beneath them. Nobody is gonna sponsor you to come and work for them, and you don't want to work. Sometimes you see them, they call in sick, they start giving attitude, they don't want to work, they come in and they start complaining, bring you to the country to pay you, to beg you to work. So if you know that you are not going to work under someone, you're not good in taking orders from people, don't bother applying for this job. By the time you do these things, these people wouldn't want to sponsor other people who genuinely want this opportunity to just come in and do this job for a while they get to look for other opportunities. Number 7 reason is a lot of them don't have right attitude to work. Bother reading about a patient PBS, like a plan that is meant for a patient you're supposed to work with. They don't bother asking questions, they don't bother reading it. So if you don't read it, how are you going to work with a patient? How are you supposed to know what you're supposed to do for this patient or save this patient? A lot of them come with attitude that when once they come in, they just sit down, they expect you to work for them, they expect you to just do everything, while at the end of the day they get paid. And when these people see you behaving like this, they start complaining, they start saying, oh, do this, do that, and you feel like they are being racist to you. They are not being racist, you're not doing what you were paid to do. So if they order you, if they ask you to do this thing, they are not being racist, they're just telling you to do the right thing. So at the end of the day, it's not just you coming, it's just you having the right attitude to do this job. So if you know that there are certain things you're not going to take, there are certain things you're not going to do, just don't bother. Lots of jobs with visa sponsorship, but it's just that K job is the one that is always available and easy to get. So if you know that you can't take all these things, don't bother applying. Try other jobs option. Not doing it for free. See it as a job. See it as what you're being paid for. When you're not happy to do it, just do it for the sake that you're being paid. Like for me, will I advise someone to take this job? Definitely, is a job. No job is easy. So if you have the opportunity to come in as a carer, just see it as a transition job. See it as a job that you're going to do for some time before you get other good opportunity. And while at it, try to up your game, try to take courses that might help you to get other jobs. Try to have a backup plan that will help you. If you're signing a contract, make sure that you know what you're signing in for. Read your contract. Make sure that if the job is for 3 years and you come into this, if you come into the country, you're not comfortable working for this agency, you can always change them company to sponsor your visa. And so you don't need to stay in a toxic environment that is not good for you because you're being sponsored. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell, comment, share, like, and be part of my YouTube family. And I'll see you in my next video.